The drivers, characters, and events in TOECAR are fictional. Nobody was harmed in the filming of this production. Now sit back and enjoy the race.
Welcome to season opening and the debuting Garbage Truck Series opening practice here from Daytona. Looks a little different. A little different than last time. I'm Kyle Riley, as always. I'm joined by all my friends here at TOECAR. We got Mike in the building. Mike, what's up?
I am so happy to be back here at Daytona for a brand new season. We got 20 brand new faces. These people, blood, sweat, and tears were all shed to get into this series, and they're ready to make something happen. And I'm quite nervous because this year at Daytona, we're going faster than we have either season before.
We also have Matt in the booth. Matt, what's going on?
I'm just hanging out, enjoying the classic vibes we got going on here at Daytona. Everything's looking fresh, but not like a modern fresh. It just feels refreshing to be here at a place that feels so dangerous. The lake's open. You can see it over there. There's a big hill to jump into it. I'm hoping some people take a visit as the camera pans. Yeah, it's just, I'm really excited to watch some tow trucking action here at the Daytona USA International Racing Raceway Speedway. And yeah, how about it?
Well, we're also joined by our two usual pit reporters today. They're with us in the booth, Tristan and Anthony. Tristan, what's going on?
Tow truck.
All right. Anthony, how about you?
Doing well. It's been a long off season, but I'm glad to be up here in the booth right now for this practice session. But I will be patrolling pit road most of the season. I just want to say pit road will be 25% safer this season because I have been awarded the official TOECAR, and I will be toting that around pit road to keep it safe. So beware.
Minecraft.
New instruments.
Don't think the Google man's gonna like that very much. Well, before things get underway here and things really start to kick off in this here practice, as we promised in the draft, we actually had a sit-down interview. I had a sit-down interview with both Chick and McNugget, two of our new drivers in the series. And here's that profound footage.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a new TOECAR season. I'm here with Chick and McNugget. And gentlemen, your journey to TOECAR has been quite unprecedented. We've never had twins join in any capacity, much less conjoined twins. How do you guys go about driving the car?
Growing up, we used to accidentally contradict one another whenever we did anything, so it's something we had to learn to avoid.
Yeah, so behind the wheel, I usually steer the car to the left and brake, while Chick steers to the right and controls the throttle.
Wow, that sounds like quite the system. How does that work when you guys have to avoid a wreck?
We just keep our foot on the gas and hope for the best.
I keep telling him we need to slow down for wrecks, but he never listens to me.
Wow, sounds like there might be some conflict there. Are you guys usually on the same page, or is this typically how things go?
We used to get along great, until one day, we challenged each other to a game of rock, paper, scissors, when we discovered that we can control each other's actions. We kept trying, but the game lasted 7 hours. After that, things were never the same.
And it was pointless, too. The loser had to do the dishes, but considering the winner would have no choice but to be there too, it made no sense.
Fascinating. But let's look forward towards TOECAR. Unfortunately, every team's only given one helmet, so how do you guys plan on going about sharing it this season?
I'll be wearing the
helmet.
No, you aren't. I was born first, so I get the helmet.
We were born at the same time, you dumb son of a bitch. What? Do you think someone glued us together after we were born?
See, you're so rude. You don't even deserve the helmet. This is why I wish we didn't have to deal with each other.
Stupid.
You're such
How
a jerk.
Is it that
We're brothers. Why do you have to always be so mean? It's not my fault I'm the favorite twin. I'm just better than you.
Like
I wish you died in the womb. I'm glad you're the one on the left. You'll be the one babe Juth hits.
I hate you so much.
Well, that's all the time we have. These two seem to have a lot they need to figure out. Gentlemen, thank you for your time.
Go fuck yourself, Kyle.
Oh.
Well, seems like there's going to be some adversity in that 65 truck this season, but nonetheless, Chick and McNugget both behind the wheel right there. As you see right up there on the windshield banner, I think it just says the McNuggets, or it says the twins. Probably more the twins, because it looks like it's not, a paragraph of text.
And twins.
They are twins. You know, there's no denying it.
One thing they
no
don't have to
denying it
fight
whatsoever.
about, they don't have to fight about the Hans device, because that's not a factor here. Because both
Yep,
of them
neither.
are 65.
Now, if they make it to Cup, well,
We'll cross that
then,
bridge
then
when we
we'll
get
talk
to
about that. Yeah.
Well,
I mean, if they get the cup, maybe one of them will get the Hans device and one of them will get the helmet. Right now, I don't know who has it right now, for what it's worth. But.
speaking of fighting, though, the truck in front of them, DUI Div doesn't have to fight for his number anymore as he's back in the 97. It's pretty cool.
And you know,
Oh,
it
dude,
just
Rob.
feels right. Although I must say, I kind of got used to the Season 1 scheme, and I've never been used to this one. I still see him and I see the John Deere car, but that's okay.
Someone back in a Holden down under for the 3rd season in a row, running his Aussie branding. And a beautiful
Fantastic.
76 truck.
I
I
have
don't
to
even
say,
know what it says.
the TOECAR field really, really outdid themselves. This is an absolute amazing class of cars and trucks in this case. Looking
look
a
at
lot
this.
better than Daytona. This place is looking a little rough. I don't know what happened since we've been here last.
Peanuts.
David Crappenshits. You can't read his number on the door. Very well. You'll have that.
Yeah, it's a new number for him too, isn't it?
You know,
46 truck.
A wise
For
man
old
once
David
said,
Crappenshits.
"Woo Carl Long." And that he
Many
is.
many
Indeed.
legends like Carl Long, Norm Benning, drivers like that in the 46. Yeah.
Some hitters for sure, not heavy hitters, just hitters.
And I don't know about this one. Is this a self-driving truck, or is there like a Chromebook in the driver's seat? What's the story on this one?
You know, I actually heard that it is controlled by a laptop. However, the laptop is actually not inside the actual truck. Of course, if it hits the wall, you don't want it flying around and getting damaged. So what they actually have going on is they put the laptop inside of Blimp Biscuit as it flies over the track. As long as the Wi-Fi holds up, he should be good to go wherever he wants on the racetrack at all times.
That fucking scares me, dude. I don't like
Yeah,
it.
we got artificial intelligence right now
I
in
like
the
it.
pack in practice, right? And look, Dewey Div, he's already getting away from him. These guys don't like him. I wouldn't like him either. He looks like that.
Oh, come on, Dewey. You can't even put the stickers on right.
I just saw that. It was at the corner of my eye too.
Guys, he's trying his best.
You'll have that.
He is.
Further back, oh, we got a hell of a pack
Oh.
going on here. We got
Wow.
Dr. Chemo Slice in the 86 Toyota, making his debut here in TOECAR.
And you know, guys, we were talking to him down in the garage area before practice, and we asked him, if you see a competitor have a really bad crash, are you going to jump out and try to help them out? And he said, and I quote, "Fuck no." So I don't think he'll be helping any of his competitors this season. You know, known for fighting cancer, known for not helping his teammates and competitors.
You know who else doesn't help their competitors is that 23 truck down there. That's Daddy McBetty this season. Old Parlay Pete still up top the box. New scheme, new number. Same degenerate behind the wheel.
I mean,
Whipping around here.
Speaking
I
of
support
degenerate,
Oh, yeah. There he is.
you can't hear me.
He had such a strange season 2, in my opinion, because You Can't Hear Me was kind of just there up front for a while, maybe one of those like 10th to like 15th place drivers. And then I feel like I didn't see him the entire second half of the season, hence why he's back in the truck series.
Oh.
But looking to make a name for himself here in the Clorox car truck.
Yeah, who else
Drivers
making a
trying
name?
to-
Sarah.
yeah,
Just
that's-
one.
Big move to the inside there. This is just practice. And she's out here whipping, nay-naying, what have you. Possibly the stinky leg.
I
Yeah,
guess
she's never. She has no idea what she's doing out here too. That's
I mean,
another
she's
thing
never
we
been
gotta
on the
keep in mind.
track before. She just
She doesn't
kind of
even know
is
what
here.
TOECAR is. She just showed up.
I mean,
She
she
got
might just
Siri
think this
in
is
there.
like a really obnoxious freeway that she's on that just goes in circles.
I guess Apple Maps got better because it's keeping her on the racetrack and not sending her out
Yeah.
to the wall or anything there. So
Yeah. Didn't
Nice.
even make her do the bus stop.
I know TOECAR safety standards are a little more lax than some other series that are a little more afraid. However, though, here at TOECAR, we are still, smart enough to actually close the gates on the outside of the track. Therefore, Apple Maps, has no choice but to drive her all around the speedway at high speeds.
got a returning face here. We have Tom and Walls now going by his full name, Tom and Jay Walls. Moving forward,
What's the J stand for?
Jerry.
Oh.
Just Jerry,
Yeah, Tom and Jerry Walls.
not Jerry me.
Ah, I see.
Is that
I
not
see, I
short
see.
for gerrymandering?
That's just his name.
Well,
we
that's
got
another guy.
Backshot Jones here, the 68, another newcomer. A
Yo.
beautiful Pontiac that I heard this was stolen from the Dadgum camp. Because this chassis not ever been seen on any other racetrack before, and there's only 2 made. Both of them made for Dadgum, but somehow the 68 running the same chassis, so we'll have to check on that.
Yeah, that seems
Maybe he
legit.
just manifested it, Mike.
Nice view of the flagman there. I loved that.
Oh, and he's
Oh,
now
who's
been
this?
replaced by our favorite, Babe Juth.
Guys,
Babe.
this is the first time we've seen Babe Ruth in a series that doesn't give everybody a Hans device, and I have to say, I am terrified. Not for him. He's going to be fine. You know, it's like how the drunk driver always survives. He'll be okay because he's stupid.
Oh, wow.
We're
We're,
still
in the
getting-
back seat
We're
today.
still getting our cameras adjusted here for the new season.
Yeah,
The
we'll
right
have
behind
to,
the roof
we'll
cam.
have to change those before the race.
Pulp Fiction cam.
Who's
Nonetheless,
this? Oh.
Let's find more drivers.
Hey,
We've seen these guys already. Hey, there's one.
it's Clink.
Hey, Clink.
Hey, clink bottles, everybody.
Did he get the roof number? Oh my god.
oh my god.
My God, what is
You
that?
know who's coming. That's all I know.
Well, we can definitely see it
You
from
don't know
one
who's
camera.
going, though.
Oh my God.
And you know, I heard the reason he did that. You know how like when there's an ambulance behind you, it's backwards, and so you can actually read it in the mirror. You know what's going on if the lights are off. Well, he has 54 this year instead of 45. So I heard Clink himself decided to put it like that on the roof. The only thing he doesn't understand is it doesn't work like that. So it's still not going to say 45 on the roof. And even if it did, that's not his number. He really didn't think about it too well. But nonetheless, here's his truck. I'm going to do that a lot. I'm sorry.
That's unforgivable.
Hopefully, though, you know, things take for a turn for the better because the off season's already been going pretty rough. There you are, Mike. Behind
That's
that
my
gun.
truck. For those who haven't heard, I actually raced this exact truck back in 2016. Got it to a couple wins. This truck is so sentimental to me. It's been in the family a long time. I decided it was just sitting out in the shed rusting as all good Dodges do. So I decided to dust it off and cover up any no longer eligible sponsorships and give it to anybody who wants to have one more ride here in TOECAR. So today we got Jeff Gordon going to be driving the truck for the first week here. And Jeff, please don't crash my truck.
I mean,
Guys,
let's
thank
not
you.
forget, last season won the Goodies Trash Series race here, so.
Hey, there's Dad Gum.
Voted
This
back
is
in.
yeah. See, looking at it, it really does look like Backshot Jones's truck. We'll have to wait for inspection to give us a final word on that. But Dad Gum and the Juicy Fruit, sponsored vehicle as always.
Juicy.
And this man is afraid of the dark. Elliot
Who is
Daniel
it?
lights, otherwise known as LED lights. Whole cockpit is just glowing because if this guy runs a night race and those lights shut off, he just starts screaming. His crew chief, he starts getting mad.
Mike,
I was
do you
gonna
think
ask.
that-
It,
Oh.
Yeah, go ahead, Anthony. Go
I
ahead.
was gonna ask, do you think that the lights in the cockpit are going to be synced to what's going on the track? Like if we have a caution, it's just gonna glow yellow in there.
It's possible.
That's a great idea because that might make.
Whoa,
Yeah.
what's
The
happening?
white flag is gonna be tough for him, I'm sure.
Well, here comes Guy
It's gonna be
Kia.
blinding.
Yeah, this group caught the other two trucks real fast. Guy Kia gonna shove Jeff Gordummy.
That
Oh,
he
just
is.
in practice, guys. What are you doing?
And look
This
who
is
it
actually-
is. Harold.
There he
Harold
is.
Clot.
What
Up
year
in
old?
number, up in age.
Another
98 years
year.
young.
You know,
Love
up in
it.
court.
We
I'm
all
hearing.
love Harold.
I don't know if you guys have caught
Oh
wind
yeah.
of what Harold's got going on, but
He's had a busy offseason, guys.
yeah, we'll have to wait for more details before we get into what Harold's got cooked up.
Nonetheless, this is
But-
actually a pretty even pack of new drivers and old drivers. You see a new driver peeling off there, Guy Kia.
Was
But
that
aside
the
from-
truck I saw as well, making
That-
music?
Yeah, and there's an interesting story going on here between this 8 truck and the 42 truck. Those of you who've watched TOECAR from day one, you already know Rusted and Ketchup, our Season 1 Goodies Trash Series champion. Ever since then, however, he has been awful in
He's on
everything.
fraud watch.
He is on fraud watch, as Tristan so eloquently put. I didn't say that right at all. Oh, the Wi-Fi's out, I guess, on that one. Anyway, nonetheless, so if you go back to our Season 1 standings, Making Music actually finished second. And Rusted and Ketchup, let's just say it for what it is, he's been an embarrassment to our sport. So, if he doesn't pick up the pace, if Rusted and Ketchup does not advance back to the Splint Cup Series for Season 4, and Making Music does, due to fraud watch laws, we're going to retroactively take away the Season 1 championship from Rusted and Ketchup and give it to Making Music instead. The stakes could not be higher. I hear Making Music might just actually bully that 42 truck all year to make that happen. Kind of fucked up if you ask me, but I'm also not driving the truck, so I have no say in it.
It's
That's
very
exciting.
entertaining
That's-
to think about because it's literally we were talking about it before we went live. It's a championship within a championship, essentially. So there's
It
like
is.
technically
That's
two
true.
championships on the line here.
We have one of our new
Gonna be
drivers.
fun.
right ahead of this, the 91 of Eaton Beaver. You wouldn't be
Eaton
able to
Beaver,
tell.
baby.
You would not be able to tell from the outside of this truck, but the entire roll cage is made out of wood. Ian Beaver, known for working with wood. And, you know, I got to say, I'm very, very concerned for what is about to take place this season. We've seen catastrophic things happen in TOECAR with regular steel cars. I don't even know what's going to happen to this, man. I really hope for the best, but I suppose we're all going to find out together.
You just got to put your trust in the crew chief, Peggy Longdocking, to know what she's doing. I think she does. I think he'll be all right. So,
People who don't know
Time
what
will
they're
tell.
doing out here is that 32 truck
oh,
back
that's
in
true.
the feeder series.
Hey,
at
Tristan.
States Piva. Hey, what's up?
Good segue.
Thank you.
We have scooters.
Anyways, I don't like Mateus.
They're not
I'm not to
scooters.
like him anymore. Not a crew chief, so fuck off.
Not your problem.
Oh, trouble!
LED lights.
Has
Yellow lights
christened the racetrack.
flashing in the car.
Eaton Beaver just said, you know what? Get out of here. Oh, don't come over.
Oh,
Oh, this guy.
There's a fast pack coming
it's
behind, guys.
still, yeah.
Oh, Mark, I guess.
Wow.
Yeah. Mark, I guess.
And there he
The
Out
is.
here.
acceleration in these
I
trucks
guess
is
he
just
avoided the
not there.
crash.
It's a pretty chill
It's
guy.
Yeah,
it was-
that's just Mark, I guess.
He's
Yeah.
just a dude.
We asked him actually before the season what he's done for, you know, most of his life, and he said one time he got hit by a train, and then we said, "Are you serious?" And he said, "Yeah." And that was it. Walked away. Don't know much more about this guy. We're gonna learn all together. Beautiful truck, I must say. Looks just like the Chrome logo. I love that it's not symmetrical. He's gonna really be easy
I
to
love the
spot in
Arby's
back.
menu on the side.
Is that the menu?
Yeah, the Arby's menu. Uh-oh. Checking up.
He's
Oh, he's
gonna be
coming to
coming
the pits.
in along with Corey Origami driving whatever the fuck that is.
Hell yeah. That's a good one right there.
I think it's a
You guys
Honda.
are so uncultured.
I think
It's
you are
pretty
correct.
hot.
And
That's what
Jeff
it is.
George, Jeff Gordon.
Yeah.
That's who he
And-
is.
He's upside down, up on top of the box.
It's unfortunate.
Actually, text TOECAR for something on the back. We're not gonna give them that activation because they don't pay
That's
us.
literally my phone number. Please do not
Wait,
text
wasn't
that.
LED lights just spun out? What's going on? How's it?
He gathered
Right
the
into
back
the
tires. No damage.
You just said, fuck it, I'm keep
Truck
going.
driving good.
Getting pushed
Who
by
else we got
Shave
back here?
Burns back from the
Oh,
dead.
yeah.
The dead man.
Truck looks like shit. It has to be
Welcome home,
said.
Shane.
Whoa,
It has to be said. Look at it.
it's fine.
We are at about the halfway point of this practice session, and I will say, compared to previous practice sessions we've had here at Daytona, this has been a very tame one. I think LED lights was the only one that we saw go around, at least in this entire segment so far. So
Yeah, we could have missed stuff, but you know, you'll never
You
know.
don't miss anything.
You know,
We're on
guys-
top of this shit.
The truck we just saw, the one
Oh
at the
my
very
God.
tail end of that pack, Marcus Morgan, he was actually saying, and I quote on the radio, "It's slippy." So I think these guys are really having a lot of trouble getting these trucks around the corners, losing a lot of grip. We saw him many times actually. I think
Maybe
we saw
it's
it at
just
Harold
him.
earlier.
I was gonna
He is
say,
malnourished.
That is true.
Are
Maybe
we
he just
sure that-
sucks.
Are we sure Harold hasn't had an accident on the track?
Oh, man,
That's
well,
usually his dad's forte, but
that depends
oh boy,
on if he wore a diaper.
call back.
Marcus Morgan here, he needs to win because, from what I've understood, he only can eat trophies to get nourishment at this point, which
Oh,
Those-
severely
what?
malnourished.
those are
That
hard to
doesn't
come
seem
by.
efficient.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
don't
and-
even give those out. I don't know if he knows. Like,
It's
What's he
just an
doing
empty
here?
cup. You know?
Yeah, he's got to go all the way.
he's gonna win the Red Solo Cup at the end of the year. He's gonna be so happy.
Oh boy, oh boy.
There's the
What
fraud
else we got?
himself.
This is rusted and ketchup. Yeah, fraud watch. I mean, look at that piece of shit, dude. You can't even. Where's the number?
I wouldn't
What's
blame
going
Nathan
on
Beaver
here?
For going after him, honestly, at this
It's
rate.
so pink.
Can't see shit.
It's never been more pink.
You know, I think he might have done it on purpose, Matt. I think this is all a ploy to make sure that 42 goes undetected. As we said earlier, he
That's
kind of has
fair.
a hit. He kind of has a price on his head. You know, making music's gonna go out there every week and try to fuck this guy up. And if you don't know where he is, it's gonna be a lot harder to do that. You know,
Oh,
it's just one of those
Cars
days.
in the pits. Look at that. Look at
Never
them.
try to
Wow.
switch cameras while passing.
It's okay,
pit road
you're
guys.
doing
wow,
great,
look
sweetie.
at wow.
Thank you, buddy.
Hey, Kyle, can I ask you a question?
Good thing, Ben.
You want a Sprite Cranberry?
I do, because that is LeBronchitis in that 6 car. As we all know, you know, coughed a bunch during the offseason. Actually, during his press conference, couldn't actually speak. Got like 2 words in, started going, and then walked off. Nonetheless, I don't mean I'm not coughing. It's okay.
Gonna be in one.
Ooh. Anyway, down turn 3. LeBron Kaitis, as we see in that 6 truck, one of our new drivers, and another new driver right ahead of him. That's Fred Wurst. You guys might remember him from seasons 2 and 1, not as somebody that we really talked about too much, but he was in fact the pilot of Blunt Biscuit. This season we have a brand new pilot, so he's actually gotten an opportunity.
I thought I remembered him.
Yeah.
To have an opportunity to actually race here.
He
in the
went
Goody
from up there to down here.
Yeah, all it took was smashing into the casino.
You know what I call
You
that,
know-
Mike? Betting on yourself.
I mean, what I think in his press conference he said something about like he did it all for his crew chief, who ended up being his crew chief, but at the time it's Dan Uki, so he did it all for Dan Uki. You gotta appreciate the commitment there.
That's a team that has a bond like no other, and now he's going to see him. Look at that, heartwarming.
Yep.
So much, huh?
He missed him.
Hammond and middle name Jerry
Wait,
back
who's
there.
that?
Oh, it's our time
Yeah,
traveler.
It's Octavius Flex, who, guys,
Our
this
paradox.
is the only driver that is like a new comer to TOECAR, fresh first season, who is not joining Brad Oman's clan. Not clan. That's bad.
I wouldn't. I don't know if I'd call it that. But let's elaborate on that a little bit. So we have heard a developing story this entire offseason. Some of you may have even seen Rob Pocket's tweet earlier this offseason. Brad Oman's been rounding up all the new drivers, and they've actually joined him in somewhat of a coalition. Basically, every new driver except Octavius, who's on our screen now, which we'll elaborate on a little bit later, all of them have teamed up to get all the Season 1 and new Season 2 drivers out of the series completely. Because Brad Oman thinks all of them are, and I quote, taking his spot. First of all, fuck Brad Oman. Let's just get the first one out of the way for the season. Season's official. But second of all, you got to be like almost feeling bad for some of these new drivers. They got gaslit by this guy immediately on day 1.
Well, maybe
Nobody
don't be
likes Brandon.
gullible.
Nonetheless, though,
He's not
the new
even in this series. Like, you know?
he just wants to get rid of some of his former competition, Matt.
He literally doesn't even go here.
Hey,
Nonetheless,
there's
though,
a 62 of Conrad East, though.
there he is. Yes, and I personally
familiar
have
face.
a very, very high attachment to this car number, as some of you may know. So I'm happy to see Conrad East back here. Technically, this is a returning driver, although he's kind of not. Would you like to elaborate on that a little more, Matt?
What?
Conrad East, would you like to elaborate on him a little bit more?
Well, his name's Conrad East. He drives the number 62, DC Solar, Zloop, and other, albeit avant-garde sponsors. Chevrolet. And yeah, I mean, he's out here on the racetrack.
In front of them in the Rage Boner machine, we got Wally Waffle Stomp in the 09 truck. Newcomer.
To elaborate a little bit more on Conrad East, too, he was also the person that secretly drove that 48 car in Season 1 of Splint Cup Series. As we all knew him at that point, Brody Kraft, unfortunately, the actual Brody Kraft, got his ride back and then, paid the ultimate consequence for it. Maybe he should have let this motherfucker keep it.
That is unfortunate.
Gotta know when to pick your battles.
I suppose.
And that 08, by the way, unknown manufacturer coming into this season. This is a clot-worthy truck, which
The
that
headlights look so sad.
might be something from the future.
He's worried.
Yeah, I actually spoke to this guy over the offseason. We didn't get a chance to speak to him this morning. I couldn't find him until exactly 0.5 seconds before practice. Really weird. But nonetheless, supposedly this guy is from several thousand years into the future. And for something that's going to happen this season and the next few seasons, hopefully, of TOECAR, could potentially change the course of history forever, and it might prevent him from existing entirely. So he's really racing for his own life in a very weird way. I don't know what he's out here to accomplish. I asked him if he wanted to win. He said, that'd be nice, but I don't have to.
Well,
Your guess is as good as mine.
given his age right now is negative 300 and something, he's gonna have to survive at least 300 more seasons to make it to whatever the hell he's from. So, got a long road ahead of him.
Well,
Let's find another truck. What we got?
speaking of
Who's
young
this?
people, there's the Threema.
I like him. That's my bestie.
What?
Oh, don't
Owned
act
by
like this is
Daddy.
news.
Why, though?
Because you guys were ragging on him at Michigan, and I was like, no, he's a good driver, and you guys suck.
Well, he's been
No, he's got
crying.
a free championship, though.
He's been crying all offseason. Oh man, they took away my hands device. Keep your head on yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just simply don't cry.
Build a
you know?
stronger neck.
Yeah, someone who's pretty damn strong. I don't know how that even happens. We have the Orb.
He doesn't have a neck.
He's in there.
Real
I
quick.
see
He
him.
doesn't
Doesn't have
anything.
any appendages.
Mike, real quick, I do want to wish the Orb a happy
you can see him.
birthday.
Whoa,
He is
whoa.
14 billion years old. My goodness.
Did you guys see that?
Happy
No.
14 billionth birthday, Orb.
Somebody ran out of gas.
I think it was down
Yeah.
on the
Is
apron.
that what that was?
You
Yeah.
can see the orb floating in there. I think that's eerie. Look. It's just a
Is-
big white orb.
Huh. It's
And you know,
crazy.
guys, I almost have to wonder, like, is that going to change anything about how the car performs, you know? I know there's not
No.
much air that gets inside the car, but it's probably going to be different going around an orb versus a human being, you know?
Oh. Okay, I
Another,
thought
You know
Tiny
if he's
Stewart was coming to pit
radioactive?
road. I
He
wanted
is
to
not.
make sure we
Okay,
touch
good.
on Tiny Stewart here in the 14 truck.
Tiny
Oh,
Stewart, of course.
newcomer.
Crew chief
Yeah,
by
newcomer.
Pequeno Grub.
We need to invest in a milk crate for this guy. He's not even in the shot.
Oh, man.
It's just tiny.
I mean, we do a photo day every year. He'll get another chance if he really
Why
wants to.
Why was my truck never this fast when I drove it?
Mike,
Skill
you just
issue.
said you won races in it.
Yeah, but I could have won more if it drove like this.
I don't know. Maybe
I
it's
think you're
skill
lying.
issue. You know
Yeah,
what I
maybe,
mean?
maybe Jeff Gordon just that good. Let's not forget, like I
Maybe you
keep
should have
saying,
run. Maybe you should have run races when I couldn't run races more often. Maybe you won more super speedways.
what a sick humble brag. Good job, man.
Yeah, you know.
Proud of you.
Just had
I
to
beat you
just
like
had that
once before.
Octavius flex on y'all for a quick second.
And I have to say, I know we've been talking about the new drivers, and that's been a big focus point. However, this track is performing very weird. We've seen it time and time again. This high side seems to be so much better than the bottom. That's so unusual for what we're used to seeing here at Daytona. That's going to make this a whole new race, basically.
Yeah, these trucks, they're going to be going around here about 200, 210 miles an hour at the most. The Cup guys, they're in for a way bigger challenge because they're going to be going upwards of 250, and the tire fall off is going to be insane. Now, not only do we have Goonyers this season for Cup, we have Goonyers, we have Pirelli, Firestone, a couple others I'd never even heard of. That's going to be fun. So, tire wars are back. So, it's going to be a real shit show tomorrow when things start flying apart. Looking for speed.
yeah!
Guys, I also heard it in the Splink Up series. Some of the less funded teams are just running, and I quote, great value rubbers. So I don't know how those are going to hold up. They're probably going to
you know.
melt very easily here on the racetrack, especially going these speeds.
Saves money, though.
Here's another newcomer in the 15. That's Philip McCrack.
Yes, it is.
He's driving the 15 truck this season. One of our
Yeah.
several newcomers. Of course, crew chief by Wayne the Cock Johnson. And this guy has got a really tragic story, guys.
He really
His own
does.
parents didn't show up to his birth. That's heartbreaking. You know, I'd be willing to bet they're not in the stands here today either. So this guy's just kind of
I
following
don't even
along.
know what he's got going on, man. It's all him. Respect.
Well, he's getting pushed by Tom and Walls, and he's alongside the truck driven by AI, and they have the guy that spun out right behind him. So he's in a bit of trouble right now, but hopefully he gets around this corner safely. We see here Braden Bunch, and you know, guys, I have to say, after CJ Simpson has been removed from TOECAR entirely, this might be the new most anonymous driver. Braden's been here since season 1, guys. It doesn't feel like it, but he really has been.
Okay.
Okay, sure. I'll treat him like CJ.
Side character.
Turn that shit down. Who's doing that?
Yeah, what is that? What is that?
Is it
Claire?
coming from that truck right there?
No way.
I think it's coming from Claire.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Claire!
What's she doing in there?
How can she tell what's going on?
I heard that Claire started her own special baking company in the off season to help with her arthritis, and man,
Oh, hell yeah.
she's on her stash.
Another...
No drug tests here at TOECAR.
No, they're encouraged here.
Thank goodness.
Drug tests?
Yeah.
You
What's
know,
retesting?
No. The
it is worth noting that Claire definitely got her bag over the off season, and
Hey, yo.
I even saw her pull up like as soon as she got out of the car, like because she needs assistance to drive to the track, which is ironic in itself, right? As soon as she stepped out of that car, she has a golden walker now, guys. I don't know if you saw that, like pure
Nice.
gold,
hell yeah, Claire.
amazing.
I love her.
Flex on him.
I mean-
Octaviously.
That's also a really good point too, because let's not forget, every offseason, teams need to figure out who's going to actually drive their vehicles in the, oh my God, Walter Cooler, in the upcoming season. Claire and Aaron, the combination of them both, was such a hot prospect. They actually signed a 4-year max contract to stay in that 75 car. So they have plenty of money, plenty of funding to throw around.
And we're going to be in for, hopefully, a really good season for those two. This is the first time they're going to be running full-time, technically.
Awesome. I hope the IRS don't investigate them.
Look at Taylor
Some
Ham.
more
butcher.
newcomers. Yeah, we got Taylor Ham, 30 truck.
Oh, and that's
Well,
just
himself.
heartbreaking. He's right in front of malnourished Marcus.
Oh, that's tough.
He's hungry, but he can't eat.
You can smell the remnants of what was food.
Speaking of food, back there in the old 19 truck,
He's
that's
back.
Big Luke lifts.
He's back.
And probably one of the most unique looking trucks in this field. That looks like it just got taken out of like a side yard. It's been sitting there for about 40 odd years.
So Mike,
Yes.
can you because it's been a minute since we've seen him, can you just kind of give us a brief description on what he's been up to since last time he stepped foot in a car?
Well,
Or truck.
last time we saw him was the CRI in season 1, and after Joe Swanson ran into him at almost full speed, I didn't think he was going to make it. He almost left the track, but the grace of God kept him in the racetrack, luckily. And the doctors diagnosed him with vibrating organs, which means the impact was so big, it was like a tuning fork inside his body for months on end. It lasted over an entire season, but the doctors said he's done vibrating just enough to be able to get in the car safely. And I was going to say something else, and I've already forgot it.
Well, you know what?
yeah.
You'll have that.
Oh!
You know
Oh!
Easy,
Oh.
does
That
it?
gum, not
How's
happy.
that?
Organ
Oh.
check.
No, but I remember what I want to talk about. We actually recovered some footage inside the 19 car from that horrific day. We'll take a look at that here now. Got the 71 coming in and just smashing his skull.
Hey.
Awful.
Hey.
I really can't believe he's back, guys, but I'm really happy to see it.
Yeah. That doesn't happen again.
Nonetheless, 20 seconds or so remaining here in this practice session. And guys, after what we've seen today, I'm really... Where are you going, buddy? There's no time left. I'm really excited to see what we're going to see next week. I think we're in for a treat. This is going to be completely different than any of the Daytona races we've seen before. Not sure how Cup will be. But here in the debuting race, I guess, for the Garbage Truck Series, it's going to be an absolute show. Fred Worst, no help on the bottom, but that's okay because practice is over.
Coming to the line, finish their laps up.
Just trying to see.
That's enough. Get off the track!
Well, while they figure that out, let's also... Where the fuck is he going? Whatever. Let's give a quick hand. Last year, let's not forget, we infamously killed Claire... Well, I guess we didn't kill. He kind of killed himself. But Claire and Chris infamously perished last time in opening practice for the Goodies Trash Series. Aside from that one spin by LED Lights, a very, very tame practice. This might be the best batch of new drivers we've ever had, guys.
You know, and speaking of a batch of new drivers, we need to take a moment for some moment of silence for just talent that never got to blossom and dick shit fart. We'll do that now.
Diagnosed with dead over the offseason.
All right. Well, that's not how
Do
you...
you not understand what a moment of silence is? Fuck.
It was a moment. I waited one
You're
moment.
so stupid.
You didn't say 2 moments. You said 1
Oh
moment.
my! I guess it's
Remembering-
pointless now.
Dick shit
Remembering
fart
Dick
did not
shit
die
fart.
for this.
All right, let's
I
come
used
again and try it
TOECAR
again.
bullet.
Thank you.
What a cut!
Well, guys, that's going to wrap things up for the opening practice here in the Garbage Truck Series. Our top 10. Denny McBetty, fastest car by almost a whole tenth. That's actually really impressive. I don't think Denny McBetty has won a race in any series yet. Looking to change that here this season. Jeff Gordon, one of our new drivers, P2. And is that Sarah in third? How the fuck did she get there? She didn't even know she was in a series yet. Either way,
Fast.
Tiny Stewart somehow able to see over the dashboard and actually got fourth. Good for him. LeBron Kaitis, P5. Great day to be a new driver. But then we have a couple of our returning faces. Babe Juth and Harold Claw 6th and 7th. Taylor Ham is 8th. Dadgum gets 9th. And rounding out our top 10 on speed is DUI Div. And gentlemen, I think let's switch it up this time. We have a whole week to think about it. How about we do our picks today, ahead of time, before we know who's inevitably going to crash on lap 4? Mike, we'll start with you. Who are you going with?
I think this season is the time the Clink Bottles finally decides, you know what, time to put down the cup, at least for a moment, and finally get to victory lane. It's about time he... The number, it's facing victory lane if he's driving that way. So yeah, Clink Bottles.
Yeah. I
How
like
about you,
it.
Matt?
Guys, the time is now. It's never come up more Harold Klott for this win. New age, new number, new Harold, new truck, new Harold. it's all coming up Harold Glott. I just have to say it.
How about you, Tristan?
Well, I mean, you know, there's a lot of returning drivers that could do this, but I think we're going to see a newcomer win. And I think that newcomer is I think that newcomer is going to be Philip McCrack. I really think he's you know, we mentioned it earlier. He's not had the greatest life. And you know, maybe this is going to be the change of pace. This is what's going to make his life great. And you know, I think he's very excited to be a part of this series, and I'm really excited to see what Philip can do on the racetrack.
Anthony?
Who was slowest? Claire. Well, you know, I'm gonna go with Claire for this one because I believe truly in practice, you never want to show them your full speed. You don't show them that you have a full house on the first card that's turned over. Okay, so
Yeah.
I don't think Claire's showing her full speed. I think that's all gonna be saved for race day. So give me Claire pressure getting a win in that 75 car.
Well, I'm gonna actually give 2 for 1 here, but it involves the same person. Not only will Making Music crash the 42 car of Rustard and Ketchup, he's also gonna win the race,
Oh.
and he's gonna be
Good
one step
prediction.
closer to getting the season 1 championship.
What a
You win
sport.
2 championships in 1 season?
Kinda.
Anything goes here in TOECAR.
I'll allow it.
If it goes, it toes. That's what they're saying. But anyway, here from Daytona, for everybody here and part of the TOECAR team, for all the new drivers and the old faces returning, thank you. See you next week, and good night.
Don't try.
Fuck.
Oh wait, I'll do the music. Do-do-do-do, da-da-da, da-da-da-da, do-do-do-do. Something like that. I don't know.
I'd throw tomatoes if I had them.